Randy was a 16-year-old boy. He had been molested for many years, actually, in a Youth Explorer program, and he was brave enough to testify against his abuser. I met with him and supported him throughout that process, and I remember afterwards, he stopped and showed me a tattoo he had gotten of himself curled into a fetal position, remembering about his own abuse. When I saw that tattoo, I thought to myself about the shame and the stigma that often attaches to these victims and is so undeserved. And I really determined then that no child should ever have to feel that they were tattooed with the shame that belonged to their abuser. I think the average person thinks that child sexual abuse is very rare, and sadly, it isn't. We know that 10% of children in their childhood are going to experience some form of sexual abuse or sexual assault. So it's so critically important that we're aware of that and are ready to step in and help them heal. In such a difficult topic as child sexual abuse, there sometimes feels like there's very little good news, but the good news is children can heal from abuse. And child sexual abuse can be one very difficult part of their life, but it doesn't have to define it. I'll never forget the classroom just like this one, where a child first disclosed to me that she had been abused. That disclosure changed my life. When I realized that so many children had had this terrible experience and she had no idea how to get help, I felt powerless. When I discovered the Children's Advocacy Center movement, I truly realized that there was some difference I could make and that we all could make for these children, and I've spent my career making that difference. You can too. The first Children's Advocacy Center started in Huntsville, Alabama by a local prosecutor, Bud Kramer. And it started because a child asked him a very simple question, which is, why do I have to talk to so many professionals about my abuse? Why can't the professionals talk to each other? And so he had a revolutionary idea, which was bring all the services to the child, bring all the professionals together to work on the child's case and to help them in their healing. Children's Advocacy Centers support justice and healing by, first of all, ensuring that the investigation of a child abuse case is coordinated and comprehensive so that offenders can be held accountable and the victims receive justice in their cases. And secondly, they support healing by ensuring that kids get the critical victim advocacy, medical care, and mental health care that they need to heal and recover from abuse. Well, while Children's Advocacy Centers started to serve child sexual abuse victims, now they serve all forms of abuse. So whether a child is physically abused or neglected or sexually abused or maybe even exposed to community violence, they can receive services in a Children's Advocacy Center. We're incredibly proud of the growth and development of Children's Advocacy Centers over the last 3 decades. Now 2/3 of the country is covered by a Children's Advocacy Center. We won't rest until every child in the country who needs access to a Children's Advocacy Center has one, and there are still 1,000 counties to go. Join us, join National Children's Alliance in ensuring that every child who needs one has access to these high-quality services so that they can begin to heal. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. Join us. Stand up, step forward, help victims become survivors. It's only a couple of clicks away.